All right. Thank you all for waiting for the webinar. And let me introduce myself again for the new participants of this webinar. My name is Sai. I'm the product specialist and the community manager for CRM of Zoho. And today we will be demonstrating the CRM, the tagging feature. And let me back up a little bit and let me explain what my profile is. I demonstrate Zoho CRM and the other applications in Zoho and also consult the users who are trying to implement Zoho CRM along with the other Zoho application. So let's talk about the agenda. So the agenda will be covering about why we need tags within the CRM application. And the next thing is how the tags are implemented in Zoho CRM and what are the use cases where we can probably use those tags in Zoho CRM. And there could be from a few sample scenarios that I'll be going through. Few might have been taken from the forums where you have participated. And I would like to give some more scenarios from my own as well, based on the experiences that I have had with the customers. And towards the end of the session, we will have the questionnaire. So you can always ask your questions at the end of the webinar as well. So we will have some time reserved for that. All right. So some of you on the session have been rooting for the tagging ability across the different modules within the CRM, and it's finally here, and I'm excited as you are. Let me quickly walk you through how tagging works in different modules of the CRM, and we will follow up this up with a couple of examples on what problem tagging can solve. And also, we will have 15-20 minutes towards the end of the webinar for the questionnaire, as I said. So there are no prerequisites as of now that I'm going to explain during this webinar because it is still in the beta version, and we have not decided as to which edition of Zoho CRM will have this feature. Let's just go through a few examples before we could just, as of now, few of us might have been using the multi-select pick list or the pick list fields within the CRM for tagging. For instance, let's say you would leads or probably few things, few leads which needs to be contacted in the future, then we might have been using the pick list fields within the CRM, or a few of us might be using the multi-select pick list. The problem that we have while using the pick list or the multi-select pick list is it is very much limited because we will not be able to add custom values to those tags. Or let's say, for instance, we have a pick list value which has got 10 values within the pick list field. If you'd like to add an 11th value or 12th value, depending on the needs, or instantly, that is not doable. You'll have to go back to the administrator of the CRM, and they have to add the value within the tag, right? So in that case, that is one of the restrictions that we have. And also, when it comes to the search, it's not so easy for you to find out how many leads have the specific tag or the specific value within the pick list. So as of now, what we might be using right now is, let's say, when I get into the lead, and let's say I want to mark a specific lead as a hot lead, then we might be using the pick list field within the CRM. So for instance, I have lead status. Let's say I would like to use the hot lead as one of the tag. In that case, we might include that as an option within this pick list, and we might be choosing that. And then if I would like to filter how many leads fall into that specific criteria, then what we might be doing as of now is just getting into the lead source or lead status and then create a filter based off of that. We might probably save those filters as well. To avoid all these confusion coming up with the tags feature, the tags feature will be available across the modules within the CRM. So when I mean modules, you might be familiar, it's the leads, accounts, contacts, and deals, or the inventory item, like the quizzes or the sales orders that you would like to tag. You can add tags everywhere within the CRM. Say, for instance, I have a lead in here. Let's say I'm going to choose one of the lead randomly from here. Let's say I'm going to choose Frank and Crystal. And when I get into this lead, I would like to tag this lead to a hot lead. It's right there. So as soon as you get into the record of Zoho CRM, be it any of the module within the CRM, you should be able to see the tags in here. You will be getting an indication like a price tag kind of an icon. And right next, you should be able to add some tags. As of now, you could see there are tags already added to this lead, which says high priority or hot leads, important, Monday follow-up, and so on. If I would like to add one more, I just have to click this tiny plus button, and I should be able to add another tag. Right, so let's say choose another lead, and if I would like to add another tag for this lead, I can quickly add another tag as well. So once the tags are added to any of these leads, or if there are no tags, then it would just give you a text which says add tags, and you should be able to add tags from there. So the same thing is available for the accounts and contacts as well. Let's say I go to this account and I would like to mark this account as a specific account, a customer or a priority customer. I can quickly add a tag from there as well, stating that it's a priority customer. Right, so it is available across the modules. Let me quickly run through each of the record in each module, and let's see what the tags can do. Right, so here you have tags again, and when I go to the deals, I can create a new deal and add a tag from there as well. And the same applicable for the other modules as well. Let's say we'd like to have an invoice, and that invoice needs to be marked as a paid invoice. You can add a tag from there as well. Or if the invoice needs to be recurring, you can add a tag in there, and you can search for all the recurring invoices that you have within your CRM. The same applies for the deals as well. Let's say you'd like to have all the deals which are over $100,000, or if the deals are more needs more follow-up. Let's say they are closing this month, then you would like to add some tags in there. You should be able to add those tags as well. All right, so once these tags are added, what these tags can do for you is automation. Let's say, for instance, once the tag is added, you would like to have some triggers sent out of Zoho CRM. For instance, if you're marking a deal as a hot deal, or if a lead is a hot lead, in that case, you would like to instantly send them an email, or you would like to send a notification to the account manager asking them to do a better follow-up for the lead, or to have a task created for the lead, or you would like to have some schedule appointment for the lead, or even trigger a custom function and send the deal details or the lead record to another application. We should be able to do that. So that's the next level that we have addressed in here. So when I go to the setup screen of Zoho CRM, in here you should be able to create some workflow rules. So I'm creating a new rule within my CRM, and let's say for the leads module, hot leads send instant email. Hit next, and it's based on the record action. Let's say if it's a field update or create or edit, wherever I want to add, I can do that. And if the tag matches hot lead, right? So here I can specify tag as one of the criteria for the record, and then based on this criteria, I should be able to send some instant actions or scheduled actions. I would like to send an email to this lead, or I would like to send a notification to the account manager, or I want to create a task, a follow-up task for this lead, probably next week, just in case I don't want to miss any of the follow-up activity for this lead. The same thing could be for the deals as well, or for the invoices. Let's say you're creating an invoice within your CRM, and if the invoice has been accepted, or if an estimate has been accepted by the customer, and if you would like to send that estimate or the quote to the QuickBooks or any of the accounting tool that you're using now, then there as well you should be able to use a tag. Once the estimate is accepted, you just tag that estimate as accepted, and based on that, we can trigger a custom function in the CRM and send that information over to the QuickBooks or to the accounting application that you're using. The other way around, let's say you are updating a field. Let's say you update a field as lead status is contact is in future. Right. So if the lead status is contact in future, instantly you would like to add a tag for this lead as contact in future. And if there are any existing tags for that lead you would like to override, or if you would like to continue those tags as well, you can continue them and just save this. And this could serve you as well. Let's say you mark the lead as contact in future, automatically a tag gets added to that specific lead as contact in future. This could also be used in various scenarios, like a deal that you have, and the deal, the customer says that he would like to close the deal probably after a couple of months, probably due to some delay within this organization. In that case, you would like to have a deal tag as contact after a couple of months or whatever, and you don't want to miss out of those deals if it's still open, but it is the customer is interested in your project, right? So in that case, we can have the tag added to the customer, and you can always search for the tag and find out how many deals are asking for contact in future or contact after a couple of months. And from there, you should be able to filter those deals, and you can start working on them again. Right. And the next thing is, let's say you are migrating the data from the other applications, and there was one of the community forum where the customer has said that he is migrating from another database, and there were tags were available but not in Zoho CRM. In that case, if you like to import those data into Zoho CRM, you can import those data into Zoho CRM. That was available, but now with the tags. So when I'm importing the leads into the system, once I have chosen the file that needs to be imported into the system, I'm going to choose one of the sample files that I have. And here I can add the tags as well, right? So let's say I get a spreadsheet of data with a specific set of leads that I got from a trade show. In that case, I would like to add those leads to that trade show. In that case, I can add the tags as well. And on top of that, if you would like to add those tags that were existing in the other database, you could do that as well. Right? So instantly when those leads are imported into the system, the tags gets added to those database, and based on the tags which were added to that specific set of leads, if you'd like to send them some newsletters or follow-up emails, you can set those up using the workflows that we discussed just a couple of minutes before, right? So the same thing is available with the other modules as well. Let's say you're importing accounts or condos, tags to those import wizard, you could do that as well. And on top of that, once the leads are getting added into the system, if you like to filter the leads based on a specific tag, on the left you will see another field label which says tag, and there I should be able to filter all the kind of specific tag. Let's say I would like to find out how many leads are hot leads. Just use those tags from there and then apply the filter criteria. And on top of that, if you would like to have the tag used in the global search, you could do that as well. Just have to go to the global search and just search for hot leads, and you should be able to see all the leads which match that specific tagline. And this, you can save this filter with a tag, or if you'd like to create a new custom view within your CRM, you could do that as well. So you just have to click Create View. You will be able to set up a criteria, and the criteria could be a tag, right? If I want to find out how many tags or how many leads I have with a specific tag, let's say is important or hot leads, I can have those tags in the criteria, and then I can save that as a filter. And you can use your marketing strategy to reach out to them. Let's say I use Zoho Campaigns or MailChimp. In that case, like this application, and I can reach out to them through it. Not just within this member, within this. Let's say you are a manager and you would like to find out how many report to find out how many records match a specific tag. In that case, you can create a report within your CRM, and let's assume again for the leads module, I would like to pull a report and see the list of leads which match a specific criteria. In that case, I can use the tags again as a filter within the reports as well. Right, so I can choose hot leads as a tag, or important, platinum. All these leads, I would like to create a report to see how many leads meet that specific criteria. I could do that, and once the report is created, I just have to save this report, and I can do the rest of the stuff. The report scheduler will again work for this report as well. And let's, in case if you'd like to have a dashboard for this, we could do the dashboard. All right, so till now, we have been looking at how the tags can be used for individual records. Let's say I have a set of records within my CRM, and I have added a new tag in my database, and I would like to apply the tag to all the records within that specific set of records within a module. In that case, the same thing again, I can choose multiple records at a time, and I can tag all the records with a specific tag name. Let's say the label for all these records, I would like to give that as webinar leads. I could just add a new tag called webinar leads, and if I want to override the existing tags, I can do that as well. Just have to just save this, and that should work. Right? Now when I get into any of these lead records, I should be able to see the tag which has been added to that to those leads, and the existing tags would have been removed, as you see on my screen. And then the next thing is the web forms. Say for instance you're using a web form on multiple pages, and you would like to tag the leads coming in through specific pages. You can use the tags again. So all you need to do is when you're creating a web form in your Zoho CRM, let me just go one step back and then I can create a web form for you and show how it works. Now, I choose the fields that I would like to have within my web form and click next step, and then I can add the tags in here. Let's say any lead that comes in through these web forms, I would like to show them as web form leads or important leads or campaign. I can use that, right? So the tags can be used in that space as well. Let's say you have a landing page that you send out through the campaign application, and you would like to grab all those leads into Zoho CRM using Zoho CRM web form, and also you would like to indicate that those leads were coming in from that landing page which you have created for a specific need. In that case, you can add the tags in those spaces as well. And on top of that, when a lead is converted into an account and a contact, the tag is not left over in the leads module. It will be carried over to the accounts and the contacts as well. So in that case, you don't have to worry about the tag which has been added to the lead. It will be carried over to the account and the contact. And on top of that, managing the tags is another thing that I would like to discuss. Say for instance, I go to the leads module and I have the tags in there. I would like to manage the tags. I would like to see what are the tags within the module, and I would like to see how many records are fitting into each of those tags. Just have to get into the manage tags section, and I can just click this hash button, and it will give me the list of leads or the number of leads which matches the specific tag name. So platinum, I can see 898, and high priority, I can see again 898, and VIP, I can see 0. Say for instance, you have a couple of tag names which matches the same label, but one in the uppercase and the other in the lowercase. I would like to merge them together. I could do that as well. Or I would like to merge them together. What I can do is I can edit the name of this highly interested, right, and make it as important. And now it will give you the name thing that it is already available. I just have to click save, and it will give you that a label or a notification that the tag already exists and you want to merge this tag. All I need to do is yes, merge. Now the other label will not be available. Instead, I would see all the leads being added to the same tag called import. Right. So who can manage these tags? I don't want everybody in my sales organization to manage the tags. I don't want them to remove or delete the tags without the permission. So those permissions are highly important because you're going to pull reports within the CRM based on the tags, and you will be following up with the leads based on the tags, and you will also be pushing the information to the other applications based on the tags. So the tags will be playing an important role within the CRM. In that case, we need to make sure that the tags are managed only by the people who are responsible to manage those settings. In that case, all we need to do is just get into the setting under the security control. For the administrators, the tagging feature will be available, and they will be able to manage the tags by default. So it comes under the admin level, modules customization. And for the other users, or let's say for a custom profile that you're going to create, in that case, you just go into the admin level, and here you go to the module customization, and this includes tags as well. I'm hovering the mouse on the information section, and it says tags as well, which is included in there, right? So when you're allowing this permission to a specific profile of people, they should be able to manage the tags as well. All right, and all you need to just remember is the tags are public, so only when it is public, you will know what tag has been already added. Let's say I'm going to add a new tag within a lead record in the CRM. And if the tag already exists, or one of my colleagues has already added the tag into the system, it's going to give me the suggestions of the existing tag, and I can just add that as well. All right, so I think this was clear, and it's still in the beta version, and we will be releasing it shortly. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask us, you can always ask your questions now, and we will be glad to answer those questions as well. And there is one of the interesting questions that I could see. Will tags be pushed to Zoho Reports, which is the business intelligence tool? We have not addressed that, or we have not covered that as of yet, but we have plans of using the tags in the reporting and Zoho reports as well. And when the full feature is ready and when it is ready for going live, we will keep you posted on that as well. And there is another question which says API, can I tag using API? Yes, the tagging is covered under the API. So we use the metadata API to use the tags for the records. And one of the attendees has asked if what are the editions which will have the tags as a feature. As I said earlier, we have not decided the editions which will have the tag as a feature. The edition in which tagging feature will be available. So there is another question which says history of the tags. Will those be available in the timeline? Yes, when you get into the record and when you go to the timeline of the record, you should be able to see what tags were added and which tags were. All right. At the admin level, can you turn off the option to override the other tags used by the other users? Yes, it is available. As an administrator, you should be able to control who has the permission to override the tags which were used by the other users. So when you get into the admin level permissions under the security control within the setup screen of CRM, you should be able to see manage tags as one of the options. So you can just turn that off for these. And there are a lot of people who has asked if there will be a recorded version of this webinar along with the PowerPoint presentation. I don't think the PowerPoint presentation is going to be of use, but still, yes, we will be sharing the webinar, the recorded version of the webinar once it is processed by the video team. And there is another question which says, can you show the master where you are maintaining the tags? Yes, when you get into each module of the Zoho CRM, on the top right-hand corner, you have the button which has got 3 dots on it. And when you click that, when you'll be able to see Manage Tags section. When you click Manage Tags, you should be able to see the list of tags which are available within the module. And also, you should be able to see the number of records which matches that specific tag as well. And there is another question which says, for what modules the tags will be available? It should be available for all the modules within the CRM, the leads, accounts, contacts, and deals. And also it should be available for the inventory modules like sales orders, invoices, and custom modules as well. And there is another question asked by a user asking if the tags can be used for MailChimp or Infusionsoft. Yes, when you are creating the list view within the CRM using the tags, in those cases you can push that specific list of leads which match the criteria using the tags to the campaign application. Not just MailChimp or Constant Contact, it could be for Zoho campaigns. All right, I would like to launch a quick poll to see what you feel about this specific webinar. I would invite you all to just answer the poll and give us a feedback on what you think about the feature. If in case you have anything else that you would like to communicate to us, you can always send us an email. And we will take this feedback to just make sure that this tagging feature meets your expectation. If in case we see a lot of disagrees, in that case, we will know that we need to work more on this feature. And as you all might know, that this is a beta tagging, and this is the first cut of the tagging feature, I would say, in the CRM. We know that we have a long way to go, and we will definitely improve or enhance this feature that we have just built or started. And you'll be able to see a lot of changes in the future. And the positive thing about the poll is that I could see more than 95% of the people are giving positive votes on this feature to all. So I think we are towards the end of the session, and I would like to invite one of the member from the community team, and he would like to have a word before session. One moment, please.
Thank you, Sai. Hello, everybody. I'm Sukumar, Community Manager at Zoho. Just wanted to take you all through the latest developments in Zoho CRM community. And when I refer to community, it is actually the forums that I'm talking about. At some point of time, most of you would have posted your queries, ideas, and issues in the forums. Apart from serving as a place to get your doubts clarified, community serves as a platform that creates opportunities to engage with your peers. It also creates an avenue to support and learn from each other. You can also extend your community network to Zoho product experts and partners. Dilip, who heads the engineering side of Zoho, is also an active participant in the community. You can also reach out to him as well. This is the first of the focus groups formed in our community. Through the focus group, we reach out to select set of users who have asked for a product feature in the community. We give a quick preview of feature and include the focus group members in an early access program as and when the feature is deemed ready. This feature will be shared with you all very soon. Then we have the tips and tricks series where we share a new tip every Thursday. Our support and user education teams are actively involved in the series. They look at some of the untapped features or the ones on which users have repeated questions and come up with a set of best practices to optimize your CRM. Finally, we have a series called Automating using custom functions. For this series, we sit with our pre-sales team and support team. We handpick some of the frequently asked requirements that could be solved using custom functions. We present them with a clear business scenario so that you can understand if it fits your requirement. We'll be doing this every Thursday, and over a point of time, we will be coming up with a centralized collection of all the custom functions in the community. The trio of focus groups, tips and tricks, and the custom functions that we are sharing together contributes to what we call as the Zoho Community Learning Series. We'll be adding a lot more to this series in the days to follow. To conclude, please don't see the community as just another support medium. We would like to see you more often and engage with you over there. And if you have any questions on this feature, you can very well come to the announcement post that we have made in the community for this focus group, and we can start discussing over there as well. With that, I hand over to Sai to field further questions. So one of you have asked, how to follow the tips and tricks series. We have a separate sub forum called tips and tricks in the CRM forum. You can navigate to that and follow that from there. We will share you the link via the chat transcript shortly. And there is no need to register for that.
And there is another question which is asked by Michelle, and it says, would you be able to add tags using the Deluge scripts within the CRM? Yes, it is doable. Since the tagging feature is open for API, it is open for Deluge scripting as well. And I believe we are almost towards the end of the session. And if in case you have any questions, feel free to write to us at the email address from which you got the emails for this invitation. Or you can always use the forums again where you can post your questions or get the questions answered. If you'd like to leave us a positive or a negative or a neutral feedback, you can leave it there as well. And looking forward to see you again on another webinar with a new feature that we are about to release. We may not be able to disclose the name of the feature that we are working on, but I would like to make sure, or we would like to keep you posted that we will make sure that you are excited in the next webinar as well. Looking forward to see you all again. Thank you. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.